Back at the shop, still trying to fix the E36. I missed the first 2 Saturday meets because the car is overheating, and I cannot figure out why. I've tried a bunch of things. What I'm gonna do today is, the car is where I left it from last video, where it overheated again and again and again. So I'm gonna bleed the car, make sure it's got enough coolant and it's not, doesn't have any air pockets. And I'm gonna get the radiator hot, feel for any cold spots on the radiator, see if it's blocked up anywhere, because that might be the problem. And if that seems fine, then I'm gonna bypass the heater core, because then I'll assume the heater core is the problem and it's causing a blockage. I ran no thermostat. It has no thermostat in it right now, and it was good for a bit, and then it's still overheated. So I feel like that means there's a coolant flow issue, especially since it was properly bled. Coolant is super low. You can't really see it, but it's way down here. Still air. That's 5 liters. So I got a lot of the air out just by pouring with the bleeder valve open. Now I'm squeezing the lower radiator hose. Yeah, look at that, bunch more air. Gonna get any bubbles. Doesn't look like it. So like I said, I'm gonna wait for it to warm up, and then I'll even let it overheat. And then I'm gonna feel the radiator to see if there's any cold spots and see if it's getting blocked up anywhere, because that could definitely cause overheating when coolant circulating real fast and gets stopped up. It doesn't have as much flow as it needs. The hell? That's not normal. That's never happened before. I'm gonna blame that on it being cold. This ain't normal. It's never done this before. Maybe something's wrong. Maybe it is the head gasket. Shit. It's never done that before. It's always run mint. And it always starts up right on the button. It doesn't, it never needs to crank up like that. So maybe, yeah, maybe something's wrong. Maybe the engine's fault. So it's almost up to operating temp, basically there already. So what it did last time was I drove it up and down the block like 3 or 4 times before it would start to overheat. So I'm expecting it to do that again. I'm expecting it to stay here for a minute and then jump up in temperature. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes and it hasn't moved at all. So I feel like it only does it when it's driving, and I don't really want to take it out driving. There's a lot of people here. I mean, I've been revving it up, but yeah, nothing. It's not overheating. I feel like it's missing a little bit down low. Huh. I've been holding it at like 1700 RPM. It's finally starting to go up. There it is. Interesting. Oh, just picked right up into the red. letting out some steam just to see if it might be an air pocket. I got most of the steam out by now. But yeah, look at that. There is some air bubbles coming up. That's actually a lot of air. Shit. Yo, I don't think that's just from it being cold. I think that's oil. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I think that's head gasket. Shit. The way it's idling too. Also, the guy all the way across the yard doesn't even know what I'm doing, and he yells, "That's head gasket." So I opened the radiator cap while it was running because I expected it. You know, it did blow a bunch of water at me, but I expected it to be a lot lower water level. But what I'm getting at is when I opened the cap, the car turned off. Also, the losing coolant level, the smoke out the exhaust, cranking when you start it. I think I'm gonna call it there. I think I'm calling head gasket. So yeah, not fun. I wish I did know this beforehand because I missed out on 2 weekends of drifting. But I'm recording this on Tuesday, still have an event on Saturday and a meet on Saturday, so, and then I'm going back home. Yeah, I guess stay tuned for an engine swap video. All right, one last start for this thing. Let's see how it sounds. Yeah, that ain't normal. Turn it off. Let's do one more. Yeah, that sounds bad. I was about to go home and end the video off there, but Tyler made a good point. I could just start unbolting stuff now to get a head start tomorrow. So I'll start with taking the front end off. Forgot to drain the coolant, which I got to do outside. Yep. All right, front end's off. It took less than half an hour, so not too bad. From here, I guess I could just take off this intake assembly, coolant hoses, just anything in the way. Drop the clamp down there. That's what you're supposed to do. Oh, nice. This airline's blocked off, so that's cool. All right. Damn. That wasn't too bad. That's way too low. So I got the E36 pretty much ready to get the engine out tomorrow. Got a couple things left, like the wiring harness, but stay tuned for that video to see this E36 get a brand new, not brand new, used engine, but new to it. And if all goes well, you will see me drifting this Saturday. So thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more, and I'll see you in the next one.